So yes, this is the Asgardian armor Thor, and the hammer is just slightly different than your usual hammer of Thor, because it looks more like it was made of some kind of a rock or cement, which is of course not the case. Nonetheless, he also comes with a battle axe, which I don't have here at the moment, but that's his only weapons when it comes to this version. I'm not really sure why would he even have an axe, because he's using the hammer most of the time. But nonetheless, this is a very good figure and I highly recommend it if you ever have a chance to pick it up. He came in the Blob series of Marvel Legends by Hasbro. After that, we'll move on to another version of Classic Thor by Marvel Legends Toy Biz. And this particular one came in the Giant Man way, which was an exclusive one to the Walmart stores only. He was very hard to get back then, but finally I had my chance to get one after a long time. And unlike many other hammers, his hammer actually has the inscription that whoever seems worthy will wield the power of Thor. And the way it seems to me, this was written in the Asgardian language, not in English actually. So that's what makes it even more catchy. He's much smaller than your other Marvel Legends Classic Thor, but nonetheless, both of them, at least as far as I'm concerned, Thor should be a tall guy, not so much a short one, so this particular one would probably be the right when it comes to height, and more muscular in appearance than this particular one, but many people actually prefer the one on the left. I am not really sure why. I guess it's just a matter of taste. So, but nonetheless, like I said, sorry about that. The figures are sometimes very difficult to stand, as you can tell, and domino effect is always in effect. What we have next here is one of Thor's allies, Hercules, the way he appears in the comics, and he would be at any given time either an enemy or a friend of Thor, because the two of them always like to have a contest of strength, who's stronger and so forth, both of them being sons of the main gods, Hercules being the son of Zeus and Thor being the son of Odin. You can imagine the rivalry there, and personalities are almost alike, I would say. Now we'll move on to an enemy of, and a brother, or if you want to call him a half-brother of Thor, Loki, another version of him, and this is from the famous Bad Guys wave in Marvel Legends Toy Biz. He came with his sword, and this is an older looking Loki, because you can tell that by the face, and he appeared looking like this in the cartoon movie called The Blood Brothers, which talks about Thor and Loki and their rivalry. He has a very elaborate helmet with the very long horns, as you can tell, because Loki usually does wear it that way. The costume is pretty much the same as he always wears it. Before I go any further, I will just show you a slight comparison of the two. As you can tell, the one on the right hand side is from 1996, and the one on the left came much later on, but there is quite a bit of a difference between them in appearance and the size and the articulation and the accessories they came with, and the age. One is younger looking, the other one is much older looking. So, but nonetheless, I personally still like both of them. They look rather very well done. Now, this particular Thor may make you laugh because he's way too small and looks quite ridiculous compared to today's standards, I know that. But nonetheless, as I mentioned before, when it's Thor, I don't care. I will still get it, regardless, as long as the price is right. So this particular one came in an Avengers box set, classic Avengers box set, or the first appearance Avengers box set, that was done back in the 1990s, and he came in a box set with the first appearance Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Giant Man, and Wasp and Ant-Man minifigures. He has a nice cloth cape to him, and he comes with the hammer. The only problem is He has a bit of almost womanly features on his face, but his hammer also bears the inscription, this time in English. And it states the same usual thing: whoever wields this hammer will possess the power of Thor, which is the usual inscription for Thor's hammer. So, nonetheless, this is still a good figure, very small in size, however, but if you're a Thor fan, this is, again, a must-have. Let's see, on to another bad guy from the Thor comics, and this one is the Destroyer, or the Destroyer armor, that was built in Asgard, and it was used more often than people would imagine by Loki, or at least it was used by him in the first movie to destroy Thor, and it was also used in the Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, again by Loki to destroy Thor and Avengers. It was a chase figure back in the day when it was released in the Marvel Legends, the final wave that was done by Toei Biz, Wave 15. He was the chase figure that used the same body as the Thor Buster Iron Man. So this one was very hard to get, at least back then. And I think they did a wonderful job with him. He looks amazing. I just wish he was just a bit taller than he is now. But we cannot get everything perfect, I guess. The good thing is that at least they made him.